Alright folks, it is time for us to tackle this fan game right over here, which I had in mind to do ever since I was reading the main story. Actually, I knew about it, people told me about it, I was like, sold, I am sold on the idea, I wanna do it that one as well in the future, and today is the day. Took a little bit to set this up. In fact, you know what, I believe this is the first time that I'm actually gonna be doing a read-through of Umineko with the actual original Ryukishi sprites. I know that I did like that other one with the steamed hams, but that was with like the Simpsons characters in Ryukishi style sprites. But no, we're actually doing something right over here, like a fan game with the with the Umineko characters in Ryukishi sprites, which I'm excited. I think this is also gonna take a little bit to go through. I thought that it was just like a very short, like 30-minute game, but no, it actually lasts quite a bit, so this is gonna be an adventure and a help, I think, at least from what I've seen. Yeah, also, since we're also doing it in this resolution, just like last time when I was doing the steamed hams, it's time to bring up these banners right over here. Yeah, that's right, Ariakey banner is back, baby. Let's do this. Actually, there's also one other thing right over here. This is gonna be the first time that I'm voicing these characters. Actually, this is gonna be the first time that I'm voicing these characters in general in a very long time. Again, last time I checked, I was doing like the steamed hams characters, but now we're gonna have to do like the characters. Haven't done like voice acting in a while. So, I don't even know what kind of voices I'm gonna give these characters.
Alright everyone, enough with the card games. Tonight we play Witches and Woodlands 3.5. Ooh, what is that?
It's a famous pen and paper role-playing game. You'll see, it's fun. Oh my god, here you go.
What a delightful idea. In that case, I'll be glad to be the game master.
Of course you would be.
Sorry Ariakey, but it's already been decided that the game master will be Beller.
That's right. I thoroughly prepared myself for this day. I spent many sleepless nights trying to make sense out of the various rulebooks. Oh my god, Dungeons and Dragons. You know, so I never played Dungeons and Dragons. I never been in a session of Dungeons and Dragons with anyone. I wish to be in one day. It's just that I don't think that I have the right amount of time and dedication to actually be part of D&D, and for that I have to learn a lot about D&D, because I at the very least watched like a lot of D&D podcasts. Like if you know Rustage, he does like One Piece D&D, One Piece Marines D&D, and an Isekai D&D. Like those are the only D&D series that I've ever watched. So I've learned some stuff from there, but other than that, I have zero experience with D&D. But it feels so fun. It looks so fun. Like I wish to get into that like one day, have like a group of people to play it with one day, hopefully. Those who have never tried cannot comprehend the painstaking boredom and frustration that come by reading more than 600 pages of nothing but rules and tables. I can imagine. Especially as a game master, because the game master has to know a lot about this, like, you know, the rules and such. The players, well, the players themselves would need to learn some stuff beforehand, but the game master has to learn everything, otherwise it wouldn't be fair in some situations, or you would fuck something up with, like, oh, can you do that attack or not? Like, is the AC like good enough? That kind of stuff. It's useless. It's all useless. Zenzen Dameda. But I didn't give up. I kept on reading and reading on trying to understand every single rule of this game. I even went surfing on the internet and the forums to look for clarifications. This is 1986 though, right?
What the hell are you talking about? This is 1986, you dumbass.
Yeah, exactly. And then I knew. So now I'm qualified to be the Game Master.
Oh, really? Well, we shall see.
Okay. Delanor in casual outfit right over here in Yukishi Sprite. I eventually saw this. I eventually found this sprite on the internet. Like back when I was like commissioning somebody for the casual sprite like of Delanor for like the Ariakey video, the Ariakey analysis video that I did last year. It looks adorable.
This is very interesting. Allow me to participate. Oh, everyone. This is my friend Delanor. I invited her here to join this game. I hope you don't mind. How could you possibly say such a thing so casually? We're on a secluded island in the middle of a typhoon.
I guess this is like during a part where Ariakey joins like the game board.
So what? This is still October 4, so the phone lines are working fine. What's wrong with me using the phone to call my friend and invite her here?
Sounds reasonable to me.
Not the point!
It's alright. The more the merrier. I agree with George. Let's not waste any more time and proceed with the character creations. I'll be a monk. It's a class with a fighting style that's most fitting for me. Yeah, actually, I do have to agree.
I'll be a cleric, like my father.
Makes sense.
Ooh! Maria will be a witch.
There is no witch class in this game. I mean, you can be a warlock or wizard, which technically can be the same.
Ooh! Maria can be a witch.
That's not what I meant to say. I mean...
Ooh! Maria wants to be a witch! Maria wants to be a witch! Ooh! Ooh!
It's alright, Maria-chan. Look, these are the rules for the witch class.
Ooh! But it says sorcerer. It's a typo, it's a typo.
So, Jessica, what class will you choose?
Me? I'll be a rogue.
Alright. What about Ariakey here? I can imagine she's gonna be... What is she gonna be? She uses the scythe a lot. Wait, is there such a class as necromancer? I don't know, to be quite honest.
Ah, that looks totally perfect for you, Jessica-chan. After Barbarian, that is. But seriously, what a distasteful assortment of unrefined classes. It tells a lot of the culture they come from. Isn't there something more fitting for a Yamato Nadeshiko such as myself?
Yamato Nadeshiko? Feels like such a familiar name. Let me check that. Yamato Nadeshiko. It is a Japanese term meaning the personification of an idealized Japanese... Okay, I guess so. Personification of an idealized Japanese woman. Let me see. The epitome of pure feminine beauty. That's an accurate description for someone like Ariakey that would scream her lungs out and cry like a baby when she doesn't get her win.
They have recently released an expansion based on feudal Japan. That includes ninja and samurai classes.
Really?
I don't have that one. Let's stick with the core books. In that case, I'll be a paladin. Don't you all think that the role of a pure-hided... Don't you all think that the role of a pure-hided...
See, like, I cannot even read that sentence correctly because Ariakey is spewing such bullshit when we hear but let me try at the very least.
Don't you all think that the role of a pure-hearted, valiant defender of all that is good and right suits me the best?
No, that's Delor.
The hell it does!
Actually, I'm not surprised. That's usually what self-righteous, self-centered egomaniacs pick. More importantly, Maria, did you choose which magic school your character will specialize in?
I recommend the summoning school. With that, Maria-chan will be able to conjure all the friends she wants.
Yeah, like druids and such. Actually, that would be perfect because that way she can summon like her friends, like Sakutaro.
That one isn't bad, but don't forget transmutation or illusionism. Those are also very cool. So Maria, what's your pick?
my pick, I that's what I was going for, Ariakey. Yeah, necromancy also works.
Necromancy?
Cute. As for the weapons, let's hear everyone's choice. Danor?
I'll specialize in dual-wielding sword combat.
Alright, makes sense.
In my case, you shouldn't even ask. The brass knuckle, of course.
Is that something that exists? Because a typical D&D kind of session, if we are to exclude like, based on a game series and in its original, in the most original sense, it's a fantasy kind of thing, right? Like medieval kind of stuff, or like dragons and such.
Scythe. Are you for real? A paladin with a scythe? Shouldn't you rather choose a sword than a shield? Why would I? In this game, the most powerful weapon is a scythe. A shield just isn't worth it in the long run. You only need a basic understanding of statistical probabilities to know all that. I have calculated that in 100 fights the scythe will net 60 plus damage points, dealt on average, and minus 20 points of damage taken due to enemies dying faster.
Place your bets. How much am I gonna be able to understand, like, all this stuff in the first place throughout this?
Simply by the existence of the rulebooks and statistics.
Okay, there you go. Here she goes again.
This level of reasoning is possible for Ariakey Furudo. More importantly, what's with that lame brass knuckle? The role class is already underpowered as it is, so a choice like that will just make you a burden for the whole party. Your attitude's completely wrong! You shouldn't care about stuff like that. What's really important is making a character that you like.
Oh, I guess in that sense, Ariakey, I guess in that sense, Jessica, I guess Ariakey can go with a scythe in that sense.
And then you need to make choices that are consistent with the personality you decided. It's called a role-playing game, because you're supposed to play a role. That's the very essence of this game. Nonsense. A true gamer should do his best to create the most powerful character possible. And to that end, you need to find the most game-breaking combination of skills, feats, weapons, and armor. After that, it's a race to be the one who gets more experience points and money. You need to kill everything that moves, steal their goods, and sell their skin for even more gold.
She is gonna be such a chaotic nuisance in the group, having to work with her. Like, I'm excited.
All of that for the ultimate purpose of making your character stronger and stronger. That's the true essence of role-playing games. That's insane. Although in a few years when MMORPGs will be out, that will be pretty much how everyone will act. You know what, Delor? Next time you meet your father, tell him to make a rule about anachronisms. Alas, that won't be possible. My father is dead. Oh, sorry about that. I killed him!
Yeah, you killed him well. Enough chatting. If you're finished with your character sheets, let me see them so I can check that everything was done correctly. I mean, I get the feeling that we're gonna have to make like a lot of exceptions for Ariakey and try to comply with the game and such. Let's see. What the hell? Ariakey? You got 18 in all of your abilities? How is that possible?
What's to be so surprised about? Only fools rely on luck. Not to mention it's forbidden by the sixth rule.
Sixth rule? Of Nox, you mean? Hold on. Unless she's talking about like DND rules, but let me check the Nox rules. Nox Decalogue. Nox is 6th. It's forbidden for accident or intuition to be employed as a detective technique. That is true. Okay, so from what I'm understanding over here, the characters have to roll the dice for their starting stats, right? I assume so. In which case, Ariakey basically put like high stats for everything. That's insane.
I don't mean to sound smug, but throwing dice in a manner that gets the desired result is one of my many skills. You see, it's all in the wrist, and if you're gifted with many little gray cells like I am, you can calculate the trajectory, the angle, and the potency of your throws. Like this. See? So everyone, what do you say about my reasoning? That's not reasoning, that's plain cheating.
From now on, Ariakey is forbidden from throwing dice. I'll do that in her stead. Okay. You know what? Fair. Like, otherwise, we're gonna have like a really short game with a win in her favor. I mean, you know, it's either that she's gonna end up killing everybody and she's gonna play it all by herself, or we're like, she's gonna cooperate correctly, and we're gonna have like the easiest fucking D&D game in history with her in our group. But that wouldn't be fair. So yeah, I think that Ballard pulling the plug on this like early on, that would be pretty good. So Ballard is gonna be the one to throw the dice. Anyway, let's get started with this adventure. For 1,000 years, the Rockin Kingdom has been plagued by the demonic horde of the evil witch Beatrice. It is said that she lives inside an impregnable fortress called Quadorion. On the peak of Mount Purgatorio, which is surrounded by the enchanted forest. You're a group of selected heroes that has been sent by King Zwosh Hiromir himself in order to free the land from this threat once and for all. Zwosh Hiromir. Wonder what is that name? The reward for this quest is 10 tons of gold ingots, so it's definitely worth it. Imagine if instead of the Beatrice's a riddle, like we have to solve like this D&D game, and if we win, then we can get the gold. Imagine if everybody on the island would participate in this. I don't see how that's possible though.
Beatrice!
This story sounds strangely familiar.
Not surprisingly, a third-rate game master can only devise a third-rate fantasy plot.
You are currently traveling through the enchanted forest, trying to figure out where the fortress is located. The Enchanted Forest is known for being like a maze from which no one has ever returned alive. It is said that it is packed with monstrous creatures. In fact, not much time has passed since you set foot inside, and you're already being attacked by a small group of seagulls.
Seagulls? That's what you're making us fight?
I thought I'd better go easy on you since this is the first encounter.
Well then, what's next, mackerels?
Oh no, those are epic level creatures that feed on Taraskis. What was that? Taraskis? For breakfast. Now that we have rolled initiative, it appears that I'll be the first to act. I guess I'm gonna go, like for George, I'm gonna go with this kind of voice, like, now that we have rolled initiative, it appears that I'll be the first to act. Kinda like a, like Edgeworth. I used to voice him like that. Like, both remind me of, like George reminds me of Edgeworth, mostly because of the hair. Other than that, he is not similar to Edgeworth like at all. That's correct, George. So what will he do? I'll use my monk skills to perform 3 attacks in rapid succession. Okay. A reverse roundhouse, an high axe kick, and an armada con martello. Outstanding, Ariakey. They all drop dead. Wait, hold on. No rolling the dice or anything? Wait a second, Bell. It is a monk prerogative to deal non-lethal damage without incurring any penalty, and that's how I intend to fight. Oh. In that case, they all drop to the ground and sense us, and you don't get any experience. Is that true? Like, if you try to defeat like an enemy like non-lethally, you get like no experience?
What? But that's just stupid. What's the point in fighting if you don't get any reward? Pains me to say this, but for once I agree with Ariakey.
I don't see any reason to kill them. Our mission is to capture Beatrice. George. It's a game. Why? Unless you have like a story reason for why you don't want to kill. Like a backstory, because characters have like backstory. Although it does seem like this game is going to be like a simple D&D kind of game. Like, you're in one area, you have to stop the boss. Something that, like a D&D game that will probably end in like 2 sessions or something, so yeah. I don't know if they have like any backstories or anything like that. I guess they're playing as their own characters, I guess. I think we should keep the casualties at minimum. I mean, who knows? Maybe Beatrice is gonna be pleased with the fact that George is not killing like anybody. I don't know.
No point in arguing with the intellectually inferior people. It's my turn now. I'll just kill them myself. Miss Ariakey, I suggest that you consider killing defenseless creatures is a dishonorable act that conflicts with your alignment.
Are they really defenseless creatures? Aren't they attacking, like, them, like, in the first place? Like, if they were not even attacking them, well, yeah, like, I have to ask, like, why were we even fighting them in the first place? Usually, like, creatures would attack the players, that's why we're fighting them. I suppose you don't want to get stripped of all your divine powers, don't you?
Alright then, let's just go on towards the next encounter. Wait a second, who decided you're the party leader? Why? Isn't it customary for the paladin to take that role? Says who?
Come on now, let's not fight over this issue. One of the party leader's duties is to act as a spokesman, so a high charisma score is necessary. Since Maria is a sorcerer,
Ooh.
You know, I was thinking that, can we make Maria the leader? Although I was thinking that in a joking manner. A witch? Maria is a witch. Anyway, she's got the highest charisma score, so I think Maria should be the party leader. Is that how it's determined, like usually, in D&D? Because I was thinking, like, okay, the party leader is decided from the very beginning, and I guess it kind of depends on who wants to be the leader. What do you think, everyone? Isn't it great, Maria-chan? You're the party leader.
Ooh, witches are great. They command everyone and everything.
So, in the end, you finally reach the Quadorian Fortress. However, you see a huge black dragon guarding the entrance. You recognize this as a legendary goldsmith, the bane of all the knights of the Rokin Kingdom.
With that name, shouldn't it be a golden dragon?
I didn't make the rules. Golden dragons are supposed to be good.
So what?
So, know that the legendary goldsmith is an ancient dragon. What are you going to do now?
What did you just say? An ancient dragon?
This is not good. An ancient dragon is too much.
Hey, Patora, what's the big idea? Ooh, what's wrong? Allow me to explain. Ancient dragons are incredibly powerful creatures. At our current level, we don't stand a chance to win.
Yeah, like right off the bat? Like, what's the idea here, battler? Is this like one of those situations at the beginning of a video game where you're finding like a high level character with like high level players, but you end up failing and thus you're reverting back to like level 1 or something like that? Is that what you're trying to do here? Except we are level 1, so we are gonna inevitably get destroyed by this ancient dragon. That's correct. So Eva, what are you going to do now? Will you just run away with your tails between your legs? After all, there's just no way for you to beat an ancient dragon. Wait!
Listen up, everyone. My character fearlessly moves forward to the legendary dragon Goldsmith and then turns on her feet facing her companions. That's insane! You're showing your back to an ancient dragon?
Oh?
Let Miss Ariakey continue. It appears she has something in mind. My character will then proclaim, "Everyone, it is clear that this is a third-rate fantasy plot. It is therefore impossible that Battler would make us face an ancient dragon as a second encounter." He said it himself a while ago. He wanted to go easy on us. Plus, it would be totally lame if the guardian of the castle was of a higher level than the final boss. Considering Battler's predictable pattern of thoughts, I think it is safe to assume that he made it so Beatrice is specialized in the illusionist school. This of course means that the legendary dragon Goldsmith is nothing else but the witch's illusion.
Oh my god. Oh boy, can't wait for Ariakey to just go on and just get pummeled by this ancient dragon because of this.
Simply by the fact Battler is the game master. This level of reasoning is possible for Ariakey Fururo. What do you think, everyone? I spent a line of thoughts, Miss Ariakey. Impressive. Impressive my ass! Do you know what you just did? It's metagaming. Ariakey, you're a freaking metagamer.
Yeah, you know, that is a good point. The characters, they don't even know, like, we don't even know if Beatrice is a illusionist class or something like that in similar fashion to real life. Or something like that. Is there like a backlog for this? I don't think that there is, to be quite honest. Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, you're thinking of Battler like real life Battler. You're thinking of what the game master is thinking. Yeah, it is very much like metagaming as such. Ooh. Oh shit, okay, I think I'm I think I'm spoiling myself with this stuff. Can I go back? I saw like Jessica's rogue outfit, which we don't have yet. Regardless of reason, Ariakey is right. The legendary dragon Goldsmith is just an illusion, and as soon as the paladin finishes her speech, it disappears into nothingness.
Ooh, the dragon was a lie.
Oh no, Maria-chan. The dragon really exists. It's just not here at the moment.
Valor, I cannot believe you're letting that pass. The characters are not supposed to know about game rules and game masters. That's metagaming. It's wrong. I won't accept that. I won't.
Oh my. Jessica's asthma is acting right over here. Which, you know, I've talked about this at some point. I think I also talked about it during the main story as well. Jessica's asthma attacks happen in like the first chapters, and it has never been addressed. Like, it has never been referenced or has never happened again in like the later episodes and such. Which means this is something that only Beatrice wrote, like the first 2 stories and such. And the other characters didn't know about it. More importantly, there is that line of reasoning that Jessica's asthma attacks are fake, and she's doing these asthma attacks in like very high tense situations like debates and such, so that the debate would stop, like the fight, like the family fights would stop, like, cause, well, Jessica's having a asthma attack right over here, we should focus on that, so the fight would stop. So the reason Jessica would do that is to stop the fights. So, yeah, there is that line of reasoning. Oh, wait a second, let me check.
-2 penalty on all attack rolls, weapon damage rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks.
Ah, thank you, Delano.
What the f-
Okay, Jessica. Anyway, since the illusion has been vanquished, you can now enter inside the fortress. However, a group of goats is welcoming you as soon as you step inside.
Goats! I knew it! After seagulls, now you're making us fight goats.
Well, but these aren't exactly your usual.
Goats? What's next? Bunnies? I knew it.
Shut up! These goats are very strong creatures, and there's 10 of them. You've been completely surrounded. Roll initiative. Fucking metagaming bitch. This is dangerous. 10 goats.
Miss Maria won the initiative.
Oh, the highest initiative. She goes first. Good, since her character is a SSS. Oh, why am I thinking of ultra rare stuff like SSS, triple S? She is a triple S character in a tier list, not gonna lie, yeah. Since her character is a switch, she can cast a fireball, put them all to sleep. Or that would be what I like to say, if Maria didn't choose necromancy only spells. So Mario, what would you do?
Ooh! I'll cast Enhance Undead.
Enhance Undead? Are you enhancing already existing undead? Wait, the goats are undead? Are you actually empowering the goats? What the fuck?
It's a necromancy spell that adds 2 points to the attack and the defense of any undead creature in a 20-meter radius from the caster. But Maria hasn't summoned any undead yet.
Yeah, exactly.
That spell was totally pointless.
I wouldn't say so. See, these goats are Beatrice's personal furniture, and she frequently spends her time killing them and reviving them on a whim, just for fun. So that makes them undead, okay. Oh my god, so it's not Ariakey who is gonna be the chaotic nuisance of this group, it's gonna be Maria, go figure. In other words, the 10 goats are considered undead creatures.
You gotta be kidding. The goats are not much stronger. Maria, which side are you on? Ooh, Beatrice's side. She's gonna kill us all, you dumbass. No need to worry. It's my turn now. Mr. Balor, you'll soon regret your choice of adding the undead template to Beatrice's guts.
Ah yeah, because... Well, is Delano the paladin? I forgot.
As you are well aware, that character is a cleric, and one of the cleric's special skills is to banish the undead.
Okay, that works. Because I was thinking that maybe... Because I was thinking that Delnor was a paladin because of how she fights and such. Because I think that paladins also have like these attacks that would be good against the undead or the dark-like creatures and such. Because a paladin is a fighter of the light! Or something like that.
Not only that, I have thoroughly prepared my character to maximize the skill with various feats. And that means that simply by snapping my fingers, I can annihilate up to 20 hit dice undead creatures in a single strike. This is the end, Beatrice's furniture. This. Die to death. Sentenced to death. Great equalizer is the death. Oh, what enthusiasm.
This is fun.
Isn't it a bit too much? This is just a game after all. Did you see that, Jessica-san? This is how you're supposed to play. The threat has been eliminated. Let's proceed for...
Wait! Oh? Aren't you forgetting something? I am the game master, and it's up to me to decide whether you've killed all your enemies or not. Really? Sorry, Denor, but your calculations are wrong. Indeed, your class and level allow you to destroy up to 20 hit dice undead daily, and each goat has 2 hit dice, making it 20 in total. However, you cannot spend more than half of your daily allotment in a single encounter. Okay. I'm just gonna pretend that I understood that. This would work if your feats allowed you to double that. But here is where you're wrong. Because your feats only allow you to increase the daily allotment by 50%. In other words, you can only destroy 15 hit dice undead, which is enough to kill only 7 out of 10 goats. She is shocked beyond belief.
You will soon regret this. Page 167 of the player's handbook. Greater Banish. With this feat, the amount of hit dice undead creatures that the cleric can destroy daily is doubled. There is absolutely no way to interpret it differently. How will you respond to that, Mr. Battler?
Delnor would be a great D&D like master as well. Like in the sense that she would follow the rules to a T. Maybe a little bit too much. It's useless. It's all useless. Zen Davida. There was an error on that page. Soon after the player's handbook was published, they issued an error. And I clearly specified that the Greater Banish is only meant to augment the affected hit dice number by 50%. Hey, guys, calm the fuck down. This isn't part of the game here.
The error was indeed issued as you say. However, that part you mentioned refers to improved Banish, not the much stronger Greater Banish. In other words, that error is completely irrelevant. You fail! It's just 3 freaking goats. Who the hell cares? Ew! Mario wants to play.
It can't be helped, Maria-chan. When you play in a game session, you should always take for granted that at least 1 hour will be wasted in discussions about rules and their interpretations. And not even that, just random banter between players about all sorts of stuff. The sad truth of all the pen and paper role-playing games. Like, you would expect that when it comes to dialogues between characters and like all sorts of interactions with the NPCs and such, but this? I freaking love this song. Don't you think I'll be discouraged just by that? Page 234 of the Game Master's Manual. A Game Master is entitled to create custom rules. That's it. I might have slipped on that error, but in that case I'll make as a custom rule that Greater Banish is only half as effective.
Page 236 of the Game Master's Manual. A Game Master should always inform the players about any custom rule before the start of the game session.
You don't expect the Game Master to tell you about every single thing that they fixed before that. Could be in like the bajillions. You can conjure custom rules whenever you like. Objection! Beller, this isn't Phoenix right here. That part is only meant to give a set of guidelines about good mastery. That's not a rule at all.
So are you telling me that you aren't a good game master? Go, Delanor! Teach that Beller a lesson!
Indeed, it looks like he is in a losing position. That's enough! I will now end this pointless discussion. Delanor, this is a checkmate. Checkmate Toda!
Impossible. It's quite clear that Beller was wrong since the beginning. You should just give up and admit it.
A game master admitting to be wrong? Now that's something I haven't seen for the past 23 years.
But George, you're 23 years old.
Precisely.
Then, Mr. Batora, how are you going to defeat me? Show me what you've got.
Come on, better, come on, better. The gold? Who the hell do you think I am? I am the goddamn Batora. I am the game master, and when the game master says something is so, it's so because he says it's so. And if you don't like that, you can kiss my ass and get the hell out.
Soda!
Rena?
What the hell was that?
Impressive. Better use the gold truth of the game masters. It's a forbidden move that only those invested with the game master authority can use. It has the power to end any quarrel. However, it might also abruptly end the gaming session, as well as the friendship among players. Oh, it's a double-edged sword. Literally. I cannot counter that.
You know what? Let's play cards.
Oh. Okay. I love this song too. I mean, it's no surprise. I love all of Umineko OST.
Hey! Hey! What's with all these credits? The story isn't finished yet, so cut it out! Hell, I haven't even made an appearance yet. Come on!
Okay. Alright, let's continue. We're not gonna end it here yet.
Maria wants to play! Maria wants to play! Sorry, Maria. You cannot go on like this. There's no point in playing if it isn't fun. And right now it isn't fun anymore. But why, Jessica-san? I'm having a lot of fun seeing Bella failing miserably as a game master.
Of course you would.
You shut up!
As I predicted, the gold truth of the game master is a very dangerous tool. Now it's too late to go back. Well, sorry if I'm not as good as you expected. I never mastered before. Give me a break, damn it.
Well, well. Now that Bella's incompetence has been ascertained, I guess it's time for me to step in and take the role of game master myself.
No.
No. Because of Jessica's personal wisdom, and the game will stop here, and the poor little Maria will keep crying. How selfish. Don't make it look as if you give a damn about Maria.
Okay. Alright, let me see how I'm gonna voice Beatrice here.
You'd better let me become the new game master then. Yeah, let her let Beatrice be. But wait, what the hell?
It's Beatrice!
The looks on your faces tell me that you already understand who I am. But let me introduce myself properly. I am Beatrice the Golden, alchemy counselor of the Urushiramiya family. Pleased to meet you.
What the hell is going on? Is this person really Beatrice? Is this a joke or something? I don't know. I don't know. I've never met this young woman before. But she does look like a lot like the witch of the portrait. Are you telling me that Beatrice really exists? No way.
Ooh, Maria told you since the very beginning. You gotta be kidding me. This must be a prank of some sort. Pleased to meet you, Miss Beatrice. I am Delanor Enox of the Eisenjungfrau. Clever, really clever. But don't you think you can fool me? You're probably just a servant in disguise. Very well. Let us put aside whether you accept me as a witch or not. What really matters right now is that you accept me as the new game master.
Sure, why not? I accept you as the new game master, oh Beatrice-sama. What makes you qualify for that role?
Beatrice is a witch. There's nothing she can't do. It'll be useless to tell you, Batora. As incompetent as you are, you lack the basic understanding of what is the most important thing to be a good game master. A good knowledge of the rules is only the first step, but you need a lot more to weave a really entertaining game. That is correct. No one knows the rules of this game better than I do. However, I completely lack the requirements to be a good game master.
Well, at least Delanor knows her weaknesses too. What? What are you talking about? I don't understand. What else a game master needs?
You're certainly easy to manipulate, Battler. Why do you even listen to what a self-styled witch says? Why do you even listen to what a self-styled witch says? She's probably going to tell us something utterly ridiculous now, just to confuse us and cover the truth. I wouldn't expect anything different from a self-styled detective. Of course, you're no different from Battler and Delanor. You'll never be a good game master. And I will demonstrate that. Is that a challenge? Very well then. I hereby declare that I accept you as the new game master. And on my name I swear I'll prove your incompetence. Dollar, you'll be sure to expose every flaw in Beatrice's mastering. It'll be my pleasure. I will never allow any error.
Alright, well this sounds interesting. I have no objection. I'm looking forward to seeing what Beatrice can do. So do I. If anything, Beatrice, she has quite the imagination herself. Maybe even more than Battler, so I'm interested to see how this is gonna go.
Battler, you'll see. Beatrice is the best.
This looks promising. Maybe Beatrice is one of the rarest game masters who can really ensnare the players in a truly fantastic story. You mean that you understand what Beatrice is talking about? I believe so. I've seen game masters that know everything about rules and yet they could only weave boring campaigns. And then I've seen a few others that made a lot of mistakes, but in the end their games were really fun. Damn it. What's the most important requirement to be a good game master? To have both?
You still haven't realized it, battler? It's love.
The secret element.
There you go. Spouting nonsense just as I predicted. There's no need to fret. You'll soon understand. What do you say, Jessica? Do you accept me as the new game master?
Oh god, we're gonna have like an entire hour discussion about whether we believe in Beatrice, a.k.a. whether we're gonna accept her as the game master. Oh my god. Well, Better already accepted her as the game master, so that was actually easy in this in these circumstances. Actually, that's kind of out of character. You would think that Better, out of all people, would say, "No, I studied like all this time. I should be the game master. How come you are gonna just barge in right over here, you unknown, like, skimpily clothed woman right over here, pretending to think that you are better than me as a game master? Come on." Or something like that, or I don't know. But no, he is pretty much accepting of this, apparently.
I'm still not very comfortable with the whole deal of playing with a person that shouldn't even exist. But I guess I'll just pretend this is a dream or something and stick with it. Good, that settles it. From now on, I'll be the game master of this game session. Yes, it is finally my turn. About damn time!
Oh, time for the opening. Fantastic. Okay, enough of that. Let's get started. Wait a second. Now that I'm not the game master anymore, what am I supposed to do? I don't know, just join the party as well? I can do that.
Of course. You'll return to the game as a player. That means you need to create your character.
I see. In that case, I'll be a fighter.
Who would have guessed?
What can I say? I like swords.
And that shows the kind of weapon you're going to use as well.
Well, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not participating in this, but kind of interested in seeing like what kind of class I will play. I would pick Sorcerer or Necromancy, that's for sure. And like that's, in fact, I would just go with. Well, I mean, Necromancy would make sense for me, but at the same time, I like to be varied with my spells and such. Like elemental magic would be fun too. Yeah, either necromancy or sorcerer, like anything magic based or something like that. Probably not druid, nah, not druid or anything like that, but sorcerer, warlock, or necromancy, something among those lines. Something magical for me, for sure. A great sword, to be precise. Perfecto! However, you'll need to wait a little before joining the party. What? That's because in the story so far, your character didn't exist. So, for continuity's sake, I'll need to devise a subplot to justify your entry. Yeah, makes sense. Am I right, Dylanor? That's correct. The story wouldn't make sense otherwise. It goes without saying. You don't need to be a genius to understand that. Now, in order to make things more realistic, I need to explain to Beller his character's background, without anyone else know. My character's background? Obviously, your character is already somewhere inside the Quadwarion fortress. I need to specify why you're there and how. Yeah. I don't know, I guess if you were after me, maybe just say that he is a player that just got stuck in the fortress for quite a while and couldn't get to Beatrice. And now you have this party right over here who is gonna help him and just escaping the fortress and, you know, getting to Beatrice. The others have yet to meet you, so there's no way for them to know all that. Yeah, makes sense. I'll tell the details to you alone, and then it will be up to you whether you want to tell them the whole truth, part of it, or a total lie, or not say anything like at all. I see. But how are you going to do that? Shall we go to another room? And get a room, you two.
Yes, go to the next room and take your time.
Shut up.
Some game masters use that method, but I prefer a simple way.
Oh?
I'll just write something on a piece of paper and pass it to you. You'll then read it, taking good care that no one else will.
Okay, I got it. In the meantime, I'll fill up the rest of my character sheet.
Ooh, Mario wants a secret message too. Of course, Mario. You'll receive one as well. Everyone will.
Everyone?
Everyone, you said.
I see. It makes sense.
What are you talking about?
If the game master sends a secret message to just one player, the others might think it's suspicious. Really? However, if the secret messages are sent to everyone, no one will be able to tell who is receiving sensitive information. What sensitive information? What the fuck are you talking about? This is about Better getting his new role and backstory and such, like... What do you guys care about secret messages?
I still don't get it.
Let's put it this way. Suppose we're playing a detective role-playing game, and one of us is actually the killer in disguise. The game master and the killer need to communicate somehow. But if they were the only ones to exchange the pieces of paper, everyone would understand everything. However, if the secret messages were sent to everyone, then you couldn't tell the killer from the others. But this isn't a detective game, though. Like, I understand if that were the case, but this is a backstory. It's not as if Better is secretly gonna be a killer. Unless... Well, I guess you could say that maybe Beller is gonna end up being an evil character or something like that, but still, that is up to him to decide. You guys need to think if you wanna trust the guy or not. Not necessarily you have to get like any secret message. What?
But what the game master is gonna write to the others?
It could be anything. It could be just a blank page, or some other kind of secret information meant to your character alone.
You sure know a lot, George. I can tell you're a veteran gamer. Big deal. I could tell he's a hopeless nerd as soon as I met him.
Jesus.
I'll now give each person a secret message. Of course, the content could be anything. You'll never know what the others received. Maybe they only got a blank page.
Oh, unless everybody is, getting their backstories or something. Maybe they only got a blank. I'm not understanding this moment right over here. Use this information or something very important.
And what if I decide to tell? You can do that, but only in-game, through your character's mouth. Then the others can't know if you're telling a lie or the truth.
I see. This is really clever. I finally begin to understand what it means to be a game master. I now realize how naive I was to think I was qualified to be one just because I read a few books. I have still a lot to learn.
And this is merely the beginning. You have yet to see my best tricks. Okay, I just finished writing all the messages. You can read them, but you cannot show them to the other players. You're also forbidden from talking about them. You better take care not to show any particular reaction that might give away any secret you've just learned.
Okay.
That's right. You must show your best poker face. Okay, I got it. I'll play along. Now let's see what Beatrice has sent to me.
Okay.
You suck. You'll pay for this.